Quando c'è la luna piena e la notte più serena, una volta soltanto ho provato, ma l'amore mi ha lasciato. Da quel giorno le notti di luna mi fanno ridere.
Alright, I hope you liked this short wedding film intro that I shot in Lake Como in Italy this year. This wedding film has been one of the best wedding films I've shot this year, and the shots are pure nice. I really liked the couple shots on the wooden boat on Lake Como. I really liked the people in it, the energy. It all just came together very, very nice. And while I was editing this film, I was like, okay, they need to get these old film vibes to give it like a little bit of nostalgic Italian look. So I was looking for the perfect way how to get these retro style filmish looks that have this nostalgic vibe to it, just like I can get them with my X100V and the film recipes. It was the perfect timing because Dehancer Pro, they reached out to me and they were like, Julian, would you like to test our software, to test our plugin? So Dehancer emulates the look of old nostalgic analog film, which is pretty nice because they get a big list from film looks that you can choose from and that you can still adjust. And this is the big difference to using just a film LUT, because with a LUT you don't have the option to adjust the parameters within the LUT. You can just adjust the LUT's opacity and maybe throw some other nodes on top of that and be able to do some curve corrections or color adjustments. But with using this Dehancer plugin, you can actually dial in all the parameters that are within that LUT. So you can basically see it as a big node tree, like a power grade with which you can still regulate and adjust everything else in it. So let's dive in. I'll show you guys exactly how to get this analog film look for your videos. Right here you can see my main timeline. This is where I edited the whole wedding film in, and until this blue marker over here, if we zoom in, this sequence is completely color graded with Dehancer Pro, so the sequence that you saw in the beginning of this video. If we go to the color tab, right here you can see my node tree, which is just one node. The node tree is within that one node. You just drag and drop Dehancer Pro, the plugin, onto that node, and then this right here opens in the FX panel. This is basically your whole node tree summed up in this settings. So the first setting that you see when applying your Dehancer Pro plugin to your node is the input setting. The input setting, you can imagine this like a color space transform node, is bringing your log footage to Rec 709, which is pretty simple, but this is the node that you are starting with. In this case, I choose your camera. This is the source. Then in my case, this is Sony. Then the line that I use from Sony, which is my cinema line FX3, and the color format that you shot in my case, S-Log3 Gamut Cine, and then this log footage is transformed to Rec 709 footage. So the plugin provides you with any camera brand out there. You can even use Arri or Apple, Sigma, Sony, Panasonic, they have everything, and I'm sure they also have like all the cameras in the lineup. So yeah, it is pretty much a pretty powerful plugin to use if you even want to get that Rec 709 LUT pretty accurate. I've used basically everything out there in terms of plugins, in terms of LUTs to get the Rec 709 look, and until this day I'm stuck with the color space transform in DaVinci Resolve because it does a pretty great job to get the perfect Rec 709 contrast and colors and looks. I've used a lot of LUTs before from various brands, Phantom and other people out there who try to emulate this Arri looks, but I feel like there is too much style in there already in the midtones, bluish looking things, so I'm kind of stuck with the color space transform from DaVinci Resolve. But I feel like Dehancer Pro is basically the same. I can't see a difference between Dehancer Pro and the color space transform plugin from DaVinci. So I wouldn't mind to use this one over the DaVinci Resolve because it's basically the same. They're doing a great job. We are continuing with the actual analog film look. I wanted to go for something that still looks modern, is not overdone in the retro style, and has like a pretty nice nostalgic feeling to it. So I needed to choose a film profile that is not like the full analog film look. It had to be pretty neutral but still have something to it. So I scrolled to every single thing in here. You have a ton of film emulations that you can choose from, but I went with the Codec Vision 3 50D, and for this one, this was just perfect, especially because I had pretty much blue colors within the whole thing. I had a lot of blue colors within the lake, and I had a lot of blue colors within the sky. So having Codec Vision 350D, which deals with a lot of blue midtones, I was able to really make the best out of it. When I looked at the film developer, and we will also enable this right now, you can see that you can play around with the contrast boost, the gamma correction, color separation, and color boost. And this is actually where the magic happens, which is the big difference to using a LUT, because now you can have a deep impact on the whole color film look, density and contrast stuff that you can have within a LUT. Same thing goes for the film compression setting. If I enable this, you will see a big difference within the white points of the picture. Especially for weddings, this is a powerful setting because you get the white dress, and you will know it if this is a bright day. The white dress of the bride is most likely not white, or it's too bright. It might be flashy, and being able to control just the whites in the picture within the LUT is amazing. So I played around with it, and I got it to a point where I pretty much liked it. And I felt like the whites are pretty much there, and it's not overdone. Some people might say it's too bright, but I pretty much like it like this. So the next setting for me is the best setting that this software has to offer. It is the print setting. To give you guys a background, I've always wanted the Fujifilm 3513 print film look within my image, but I was never able to get it because with all the LUTs that I've tried, they are all based on the perfect lighting conditions. They are made for one lighting condition that it works well in. But if you are living in Europe, and for me, I live in Germany, you don't always have the same weather. So there might be a rainy day, there might be a sunny day. But if you want to use this film look in every single condition, you can't just throw that on there and consider it done. So having that print look within this software, this plugin, and being able to control every single setting in it, you can basically use it in every single situation, in every single lighting condition. Right now, I'm switching it on and off. This is what you get. And in my opinion, the colors, they are just perfect. For me, this is kind of the new teal and orange look because it does a lot within the orange and the blue parts of the image. But this is just amazing. I feel like I get the perfect film emulation look in this, and I can still control the parts that I'm not happy with, especially skin tones. This is a big one. Skin tones are always off when using LUTs. That's basically for me all the time, and just with adjusting the opacity setting of the LUT, I don't feel like I'm getting the result that I wish for. So having the option to control every single thing within this plugin is just pure amazing to me, because now I can get the best results possible within my skin tones and the rest of the image. And if you are going for the exact same look that I'm showing you right now, I have a big tip for you. This right here is the film developer setting that I just showed you before. And under this thing, you have the color boost setting. This setting basically boosts your color, as it said, and within set also the orange parts of the image. And right here within the print setting, you get the color density, which impacts most likely the orange parts of your image. So it might be interesting for me. I adjusted just the color density and the color boost, and I tried to adjust them step by step. So sometimes it felt like for some shots that the color density had to be a little bit lower and the color boost had to be much more up, or the other way around. These two settings really impacted each other based on the image that you have. So it's worth just trying just these two to get the perfect skin tones that you like for your image. The next thing is film grain. I don't think I need to talk much about it. I think this was even the standard one, but you can choose between many different film grains and even control the amount of it. Next thing is halation. Halation also impacts the orange parts of your image, especially the sharpenings around people and objects. I basically choose the standard option and just played around with the slider a little bit to adjust it so it doesn't impact my skin tones. There are a ton of presets that you can choose from. If you are not happy with any of these presets, you can also customize it with the custom setting, and you get like a lot of sliders that you can adjust just to your liking. For me, this was too much, so I just went with the standard one, especially because I didn't want to go for much halation, so yeah, I just had it on to have a little bit of it to get the film look, but just went the standard one. Last but not least, I added the bloom setting to this image. What bloom does, it is basically a glow filter to your image, and especially in the highlights, you get a very, very nice drop off. And yeah, if you have sharp edges around something where light comes from behind, you're getting a much more softer look to the image. And especially for the analog film look, I feel like this is something that you definitely should use to make the whole image more softer and more glowy. Yeah, and not harsh and hard. That is basically it, what I used for the Fujifilm film look. There are a ton of more settings within this plugin that you can use. As you can see, you have film damage, film breathe, gate wave. There's so much stuff that you can still adjust, but for me, wanting to go for a much more modern analog film look, and not overdoing it, this was all I needed. But I'm sure that for other projects and other weddings, I might use more of these settings. To sum it up, if you're looking for something that gets you from your log footage to finished analog film simulations in different variations, then this plugin is just perfect for you. The big difference to LUTs is that you don't have your settings baked in, and if you don't like the skin tones, you're just fucked. No, you can just adjust any single setting and just get the film emulation to a point where you really like the whole picture or image, and you are not really doing compromises as if you would have done it with LUTs. So if you are a Premiere Pro, After Effects or Final Cut Pro X user and you want to go for analog film looks, this plugin is a no-brainer for you. You simply get everything from log footage to Rec 709 to developing your own film look within a node tree structure within one plugin, which is not possible in these three softwares by itself. But if you're using DaVinci Resolve, you might think I can also do this with a power grade and a big node tree. The thing is, you can, because you get like the input in terms of color space transform, you already have film grain, halation, bloom. That's all effects that you have already included in the Pro version of DaVinci Resolve. But the key here is that you don't have any of these film emulation settings. There might be some drop-offs that you also have in DaVinci Resolve if you're working with LUTs within the power grade, but if you really want the best and the fastest way to get the film emulations for every single image, then this plugin might also be something for you, especially if you have big projects that need to be graded step by step. The key factor here is that you have everything in one single tab with just small sliders that you can adjust pretty fast. And if you are editing big projects and you are color grading big projects, this is the fastest way to get a film look. You won't get this with the power grade this fast, because with here you can scroll and you can just adjust the sliders that you know that you need to use. Within a power grade, you have to work your way through different settings and yeah, play around with curves. And with these sliders, this is much faster. Anyways, in this tutorial, I was just able to cover a very small percentage of the stuff that this plugin is actually capable of. I'm super stoked and I really like it, and I will continue using it for my wedding films. If you like this video and if you like the look that I got with it, I would highly recommend you to get your hands on it and to try it out. It's definitely worth it, and I was pretty happy with the results, and the couple was also. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.